In this video, I show you how you can create amazing hyperlapse shots with your Insta360 Go 2. It's super simple, but there are a few things you need to know to get the best out of your tiny but mighty camera. So, let's go to! So all the shots you're seeing here were taken with the Insta360 Go 2 in hyperlapse mode. Personally, I think they are a step above the results you could get with the Go for a few reasons. Firstly, the resolution is better at 1440p compared with the 1080p on the original Go. Second, it's great to have the vivid profile as an option, which is what I have chosen here. And third, you can now choose the speed of your hyperlapse export, which you couldn't do with the original Go. All these are great new options to make awesome hyperlapses with your Go 2, which is just incredible with just this tiny camera with no gimbal required. So to make your hyperlapse, you're gonna need your Insta360 Go 2. I'll use the case in this example, so be sure to have that. And in this video, I'll be using the app to process my hyperlapse. But you can use the desktop studio too if that's what you prefer. I'll show you how to use the app here. Step 1, open the case and power on your Insta360 Go 2. Then switch to hyperlapse mode and make sure the following settings are selected. To change the settings, long press the record button. If you want to create a standard hyperlapse video for YouTube, select a 16:9 ratio. If you want to create a hyperlapse for Instagram or TikTok, select 9:16. Choose the highest possible resolution at 30 frames per second. The field of view is not important right now because you're able to change it in post-production according to what works best for your scene. Hey, I would also recommend you to use the vivid color profile too, but that's just a matter of personal taste. Now your Insta360 Go 2 hyperlapse setup is complete, we can start recording. Step 2 is the part where you can get creative. Find an interesting spot where you can record an awesome hyperlapse. You can mount the camera on your body, your cap, or perhaps as I did here in this case, on my scooter, or maybe your bike would work too. And step 3, when you're done with your recording, it's time to find and export your video using, in this case, the Insta360 app. Here's how you do that. Fire up your app and select your captured hyperlapse footage. In this case, I've already downloaded it from my Insta360 Go 2 into my app on my iPhone 11 Pro Max. You'll see that once you've selected it and get into the editing page, you can have another go at selecting the export dimensions, and you can re-export it for YouTube and for Instagram or TikTok too. And you can even choose square. So that's a nice feature to be able to do that. You can also see that you can change the field of view option. You can take a look as I cycle through these as to what might work for you. In this case, I'm going to choose wide for this option for a good sense of space as I move through the streets on my scooter. All right, now here's a cool thing. You can also change the speed of the hyperlapse now too, which wasn't possible on the original Go. The default is set to 2 times normal speed, but I want it a bit quicker than that. I'd recommend choosing anywhere between 4 to 16 times normal speed, depending on how long your original footage is and the sort of effect you're going for. Anything quicker than that is probably going to whiz by too quickly in most scenes. You can also choose multiple speed settings. So for one section, you might want it to look slow and then have a big burst of speed or a speed ramp, and then slow it down again to really emphasize parts of your video. Take a look here as an example. And don't forget to add the motion blur effect by toggling this switch here for a more realistic smooth effect. So once you've got your export dimensions, field of view and speeds selected, you can tweak a few more settings if you want to, like filters or other adjustments, but I tend to just export at this point. And when you're done with exporting your footage, you're done with processing. You now have your awesome hyperlapse ready to show the world, sitting, waiting for you in your camera roll. Hey, thanks for watching. Remember to like, sub, share and applaud this video. And if you like this, I think you'll like this video too. Cheers. I'm Saab Johal, your go-to guy. Laters in it.